Alright everyone, welcome back to Mike Immortal, and thank you so much for 3,000 subscribers. I mean, what else can I really say? You guys are unbelievable. Before I could even get this out, you were already up to 3,014. I can't thank you enough. I'm beyond humbled that, you know, some dork with no emotion is like, you know, worth your guys' time in any way, shape, or form. This channel, you know, I started this channel back, I think I uploaded my first video in, don't check, I think I uploaded my first video back in 2018, and, God, it's been so many years, of just scraping and clawing and tearing and trying to keep at it, falling off the horse, hiatuses, you know, some of which lasted almost a year, and like just all around some of the best experiences I've ever had, and some of the hardest fights to try to keep at it. I mean, it's been a wild ride. You know, few, if any of you, are probably, you know, still around from the old guard, but, you know, I appreciate every single one of you so much, nonetheless, because, I don't know, some of you guys may know this about me, but I'm a huge Markiplier fan. I was heavily inspired, after... So, you know, I was originally inspired to try out my first channel. This is actually my second attempt at a channel, by the likes of Nostalgia Critic and Angry Joe and people like them way back in the day. I wanted to be a critic, or I wanted to make like sketch comedy videos or something like that, but you know, eventually, like, you know, I realized that was kind of, you know, difficult, what with all the need for, you know, money and like friends and, you know, like cool stuff like that. So I, you know, kind of, you know, floundered a bit on that idea, and it didn't quite take off. But come to a year or two after that, after I dropped out of college, I was hanging out with my buddy Clay, and he showed me PewDiePie Outlast 1 playthrough.
How's it going, Brett? My name's PewDiePie. Welcome to Outlast.
And we sat around chilling, and that's the first time I'd ever even thought about the idea of, or even heard about Let's Play, of like recording yourself playing a game. I've been a gamer since I was, you know, a kid on my frickin' Windows 95 frickin' playing Pac-Man when I was like, you know, barely able to talk. So, like, you know, I'd always loved gaming ever since, and never stopped. So, the idea that one could actually entertain people by just playing a game and acting like a goofball was fascinating to me, and that was my first introduction. So, then I realized that, you know, Angry Joe had played Outlast as well, so I was already interested in him. I went and checked that out, and then, you know, I couldn't get it out of my head. I was fascinated by it almost instantly. And then comes around this guy named Markiplier.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier, and welcome to Let's Play Outlast.
And it was off to the races after that. You know, Outlast, Evil Within, Alien Isolation, and then eventually, Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
Alright, hello everybody. This is Markiplier here, with my brand new Let's Play of Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
Where I went back, I was so interested and fascinated by him, I went back and watched his first playthrough ever. And, I mean, the rest is history. I watched so many of his early playthroughs after that point, and I became heavily inspired by all of his you know, his vlogs were so impactful to me.
I'm lucky. In a lot of ways. I never imagined that I'd be doing this. Like many of you, I've been playing video games for as long as I can remember. I don't think that me and my brother would be as close as we are if it weren't for the games we played together. And now, suddenly, I've been given this huge following of people that watch me play games. And that's intimidating. I want to believe that video games can change the world. I want to believe that it can bring people together all across the globe of different backgrounds and ideals. And I'm finally starting to realize that you guys have given me the opportunity to do that. Right here, on this channel. I uploaded my first video to my first channel on April 4th, 2012 at 10:36 p.m. And now, just over 10 months later, I have over 100,000 subscribers. I want to thank all of you. Because without you, I would be nowhere. It's your support, your work, and your sharing that has gotten me to this point. You guys and gals out there are the reason why this channel is having any success right now. Because this is your channel as much as it is mine. So thank you guys so much. I've never cared about anything as much as I care about this channel. It's the reason why I get up in the morning and the reason why I stay up late. I just want to work on it, and I want to make content for you guys, and I want to do this for a long time, and I want to do more. I want to do better videos. I want to do bigger things. I want to make my own stuff. And I believe that anyone can. And you guys have given me an amazing opportunity. And I'm never going to forget that. And I'm never going to forget who I am or why I do this. So thank you guys. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. You have changed my life, and I am always going to be grateful. So thanks again. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!
And inspiring to me because he talked about how gaming can be more than a pastime, more than an escape, and we can use things like our love of gaming and comedy and all this stuff to make the world a better place. Just let me go full screen here. Anyway, so we can use things that we have, even something as simple as gaming and acting like a dork for other people's entertainment can be used as a means to benefit the world, to inspire people, to make people laugh and distract people from the horrible monotony of the day-to-day of their day-to-day lives. Any pain that they might be feeling. He did a lot of live streams, charity live streams for stuff like this initiative that gave terminally sick kids access to video games, to help them through the pain and to distract them and to take them to another world where they were more able and where, their imaginations could still thrive. Absolutely amazing stuff. Child's Play was what it was called. And that's just one out of 100, different charities. I was heavily inspired by that, and that's why I'm here today, is because I genuinely want to make people happy and to make people smile and to help them forget about, some of the more treacherous, whatever, horrible things about life. And I don't know. Of course, I want to get to the point, and you guys are helping me every step of the way. I would love to get to the point where I could do a charity live stream, and I might actually be near that point. Let me know if in the comments below if you would support that kind of thing by showing up and actively participating. because my biggest fear is always that, I don't want this to be something that's just a showboating thing, or, something that's just to make me look like, oh, such a nice guy or whatever. If I was going to go to the links to do a charity live stream, I would want people to be there. I would want to know that people are going to be there and that we're really going to be able to make a difference. And with my, my horrible level of like, self-doubt and bad self-esteem from like depression and stuff like that, I haven't gotten to the point where I've believed that we have it in us quite yet. So definitely let me know about that, guys, because I'm very interested in that kind of idea. Just believing that this kind of thing can carry that amount of weight and affect people in that way. I know for a fact that's possible because Mark affected me in that way. So I know for a fact that I can inspire others, and that I can, if I really work hard to earn people's views and earn people's support and get better as a comedian and better as a person, better as a gamer, all that stuff, that I can, find a way to make a difference, with as limited, situation as I have right now, being my mother's caregiver, being, having all these new diagnoses, and with depression and PTSD and, autism level 2 and ADHD and, and anxiety, general anxiety disorder. Like, even someone as insular and scared of, engagement and, I don't know, like insecure, in a way, as me, can find a way to reach out and grow and live and and at the same time try to affect change and make some good happen while I'm out there. And you guys are every little bit of that process. And I can't thank you enough for all of your support and all of your hard work, and comment, making sure to comment and like, and doing all that stuff. If you really want to help the channel, by the way, the best way that you can do that is to show someone else that show them one of my shorts, show them that you think that would be funny. It's a very short, obviously thing that might just make them laugh and make them happy, and maybe they'll want to see more. It's a very easy way to kind of share things with people. So sharing and word of mouth are the best way to help a channel grow, and I would be beyond honored and humbled if you would go out of your way to do that for me, so that I can hopefully start to grow and affect enough people to start making some good happen. And not that I'm all high and mighty about my chances on that, but it's only ever going to happen with your guys' help, if it is ever going to happen. So, once again, I really appreciate all of the love and support and the amazing comments that you guys have left. And, 3,000 subscribers is absolutely insane. I just did, like, 2 or 3 weeks ago, at most. I just did 2,800, or I just did a vlog where I thanked you guys for 2,800. That was after coming back. We had 2,600, came back 2 months ago. That's over 400 subs in just 2 months. We keep at that pace, we're going to be at 3,333, 1/3 of the way to 10K before I can even, fathom it. So, once again, thank you all so much for watching and subscribing, liking, commenting, and hopefully sharing. I really appreciate everything that, all the confidence that you guys have given me, the security that you guys have given me, and now I really feel like confident in my ability to try to get better at what I want to do, and to try to fight for this as something that I can do with my life, writ large, even if it's just a really big hobby or something, I do aim to find a way to help my family, but with my mother's disabled, and so I'm her caregiver. I can't have a 9 to 5, so you guys are all I have, as far as hopefully someday being able to contribute, in whatever small way I can, to helping out my family as well. So, this is all about my growth as a person, but also our growth as individuals and as a community together. So hopefully we'll start to see, and we're seeing more and more people being more active, and I really appreciate them. I read every single comment. Full stop, no problem. And most of them I interact with in some small way that I can, even given my proclivity to be insular and nervous about social interaction. So just know that your comments are appreciated, they are read, and that even constructive criticism I'm very receptive to. So I think I thanked you guys about every single way that I possibly could ever think of in a million years. So, time to stop. Time to stop while I'm ahead before I get into rank pandering and shameless plugging. So, once again, thank you all so much for all your support. 3,000 subs to the moon. From here, we'll see how far we can get in the coming weeks, and keep an eye out for a lot more awesome new stuff. I've got a ton of stuff planned out some of which I've already been working on, and some of which is going to be brand new awesome surprises in store for you real soon. And I'm still aiming on trying to get onto some live streams here soon. It's hard for me. It's like the hardest thing for me to get to where I can sit in a chair and do the same thing for multiple hours. So let me know if you guys have a certain game that you want me to play on live, and I'll give those a look for sure. But yeah, so thanks you all once again, one last time, and I really appreciate every single one of you. I really hope to see you in the next exciting episode. Take care.